Right, this part of the proceeding has to be conducted by someone who's not on the committee, not standing for election, and thankfully Colin Matthews has agreed to run it for a couple of minutes. So there are two nominations for the chairman. Colin, would you like to do the shout and count?
No problem. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see on Keith's screen up there, the election of the new chairman. Before that, I would like to say thanks, Paul. Brilliant for what you've done, and everything goes all right with it. And there's two nominations: Roger, G4ACO, and Mike, G4WVD. And there's the nominations proposed. Roger was proposed by John, G0VDU, seconded by Keith, G0KTB, sorry Keith. And Mike was proposed by Morris, G3WKF, seconded by Roger, G4ACO. And all of you only have one vote, so you could either vote for either Roger or Mike. So would you like to start proceedings now?
Are you willing to stand?
Yes. Can I just make sure that you're both, you're still willing to stand, Roger? I know there's been, how about you, Mike? You?
The members, as I've always said, I've been nominated, so yeah.
Yeah, you're happy to stand. Okay.
I'm going to be very happy to have me.
Okay, so it's just one vote for the person, so if you shouldn't be doing it.
Okay. All those in favour that would like Roger to run as chairman?
How many was the count?
6, 7, 8. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so 11. Okay.
11
And those in favour of Mike being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I just do that again? Sorry.
Okay.
So
Roger is now.
you've got to carry a bag with 4 large folders.
Just let me finish,
Yes, I think so. Yeah, okay, thanks very much. Thank you. It's in the Constitution, and Mike says.
Okay, following on from Keith's excellent work, Joe and Clyde are both going. They both put different things into the group. Joe, sort of silent in the background, very much of a monitoring thing, and Clyde, he always did the little odds and ends, the little small little things, the little cogs that keep things all together. It was just the little small things. And
the endless supply in his shed.
Yes. and I've got that time off for Clyde, all through about dinner, very quiet, just in the background, and just doing odds and ends. So, I personally, I would like to thank them. Can we? Yeah. Everybody will thank them.
Okay, election of deputy chairman. Al Keith to my left, your right hand side, proposed by John, to my right, seconded by moi. All those in favour? Sorry, Keith.
Yeah.
Right.
Those against?
Right, yeah, we'll stop there please, just stop for a minute. Remember, one of our conditions I've actually agreed to be nominated as chairman is I'm a full-time worker, and I know there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the background. The election of a deputy chairman is critical, as well as other members of the support team, because we are a team, and I cannot be everywhere at all times. You guys who have retired have got the guarantee 2.5%.
Non-taxpayers.
Yeah. You've got about more time than what I got, because in fact I've been a shift worker It's
What
a
have we done?
election of a secretary. To my right, John. I proposed by Keith, and also seconded by Nick there. And he's done a sterling job, and he's agreed on to that stay on. So, all those of you guys in favour? Yeah. Anybody against? John is elected secretary. Thank you. Right. Yeah. Election of treasurer. Come on, look at that picture. Got a right shine, isn't he? Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Election of a treasurer. Mr. Holland. Keith, to my left, your right. Proposed by John here, and seconded by Keith at the back there. All those in favour?
Unanimous?
Yeah. Anybody against?
Deputy Treasurer.
Deputy Treasurer and Peter Keeper for GB3MC and HB, a critical post within the group. Right, Mike Bundy, proposed by Keith, G3MCD, seconded by John. All those of you guys in favour? Anybody against? Okay, carried. Deputy Chairman. Committee member and repeater keeper for GB3NQ.
Is that okay? Or
It is,
yeah, I'm happy to, because I know you were.
That's fine.
Okay, as said, quite a lot of us on device get a lot of pleasure from the television and repeating the fun and games, the antics on it. So, Paul, G6NJ, proposed by Keith at the back, G0KDD, seconded by Keith. Yeah, your words, not mine. Right, on my left. All those in favour? Those against? Seconded and carried through. And young Nick. That's a lovely picture, Nick, isn't it?
It's a selfie from the top of the mast. You'll regret sending me that.
It's the first time I've ever seen that. It's a great one. Right, Nick has actually kindly offered to become the new beacon keeper and a committee member. So I think it's rather nice. It's not nice that he's actually put himself forward. So he's been proposed by Paul, G6NJ, seconded by John. All of those of you in favour?
I'll have 2 votes.
Nice one. There you are, Nick. I love that photo. That's cool. Yeah.
It was on the top of the mast, wasn't it? You took that, the selfie?
Yeah.
And when you were up there, Pete.
Oh, who's that? Yeah. Yes.
We got you in this year, Pete.
Now earlier on, mention I was made of this guy, Peter Howard, G10FG, about what he does. And again, every time he does it, he goes up with Nick, £200 is saved. And I know that because I used to do the coordination with South West Aerial Services. I had to get a climber up there. So I very much appreciate what Pete does. Not only does he do this in the past, but he keeps the grounds tidy. Okay, it's proposed by John G0BU, seconded by the side. All of those in favour of electing Peter? Carried.
Unanimous, was that?
Yes, unanimous.
Yeah.
Yeah, committee member? It's young Morris again. Yeah. How do we manage without Mark Morris? Comes up in fact with ideas, he comes up with proposals, secretly goes away, comes back with a working mechanical device of some description. And over all the years we've seen some fantastic things engineered by in fact Morris. So, proposed by John to my right, seconded by myself. All those in favour of in fact putting Morris back on the thing? Another vote unanimous. Thank you. And thank you, Morris, for your continued support. Your workshop is fabulous what it actually turns out in order to that support us. And the committee member G0KDD, another one of these silent guys in the background doing all streaming, and ends helping out. Even though it might only be a safety person at the bottom of the mast going while the guys are up there, very much appreciated. So, proposed by Paul, G6NJ, seconded by John. All those who are you in favour? Carried unanimously.
Well, you've been voted as chairman, so I can skip over that.
Right, young Stephen, G8 TNA. He's actually one of our, represents one of our groups that we continually support as a community organisation. Remember, we're a Cornish community organisation and we support the local air training corps at the St Austell branch. So, proposed by John, seconded by Keith. All of those in favour? Carried unanimously. So there you are, Steve. And Brian.
This happened last night. Can I just say, Mike pointed out in the Constitution that the club representative should be voted by the club, not by our committee or by our members. So you were voted last night, Yeah. Okay.
Thursday night, yeah.
Thursday, sorry. Yeah, Thursday night.
Okay, so Newquay Club, our representative, Brian. Election of the auditor.
Yes, unfortunately it says we have to elect an auditor. David Stock was the auditor last year and he couldn't do it because he was ill this year. I'd suggest Alan Moore, he's a friend of mine, bank manager at St Austell. He's done it once, but he's done it twice now. So I propose him.
As long as he's free.
He's accessible, yes. Talking to David Stocker that he didn't really want to do it.
No, he won't do it again.
No.
He'll come to go
So,
for the reasons.
can we propose Alan Moore?
Alan Moore, proposed by Keith, G3MTD, seconded by John. All those in favour, everything unanimous. Okay. Great stuff.
Right. Any other business?
Yeah, any other business? Does anybody want to raise anything at this AGM?
I think Mike's actually covered quite a lot of this particular question that's been put about the repeaters and the digital operation. I think that's been fairly well covered.
So at a committee meeting, and we're going to have a full-blown discussion about these controllers and in fact are moving forward. Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, it's already been approved, it's just to say spend the money.
Okay.
Because we've still got a bit of spare cash on the pledge system. I think it's about 120. So it'll probably be 250 quid by two.
But it had come to me several directions over the last few weeks as a question of whether to be brought up here or could I ask it from several sources.
Well, about my experience with Vector Digital, and it's not the ASU system, it is D-Star, is you get an extra 10 to 15% extra range. Or you can operate at a lower power, whichever the two. And best of all is that display that goes across who you work in. Yeah, because you could get the name whereas other odds names that come.
Well, that only works if the other guy's done his job.
If it goes over to digital, will you have to turn the output power down?
Up in the country, no. Up country, I've had a discussion about this. What they've actually done, they've requested that the digital repeaters turn their output power down to match the FM coverage. Yeah? And I think we ought to fight this because I cannot see the sense in moving from one system to another and not exploiting it. If it's got capability of doing something better or going further or some kind of twist, let's actually do it.
But they're not.
Yes. Yes, John.
I think we need to be a little cautious with the digital on MCBARG. I'm not sure what the current license requirements are.
Yes.
Back in my time, digital wasn't an option.
Yes.
Dual mode, John, is an application. So you had a second NOV, you had an NOV added to the NOV for the second mode. So to go do dual mode, the application is simple enough. You fill out an online form, and then it goes back from there.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that in my rabbit on.
There's
To move forward,
all these things need to be done,
once
and
I
they
get
take time.
once I get the approval, I'll have to apply for an NOV to run 2 multi-mode repeaters. In theory, that's about
It's
5 days.
it's an extension of your NOV on your NOV.
I've watched them on the RHDB site, 5 days.
Yeah, it doesn't
Provided
take long.
approval by our
As long as it's
engineer.
approved, it doesn't take long. So
Can we actually talk about the mechanics of the NOV at a committee meeting, and we'll all do the impact. Isn't it really sad that we've ended up with 3 major manufacturers going in that type of different ways? That's the actual sad bit.
But Icon and Chemical are going down the Star route.
Yeah.
There's Icon and
I
Chemical.
mean, even in the modes, you've got fragmentation because you've got 3 different networks now
Yeah.
that run C4FM.
Yeah.
So your repeater might not be on the same network that the repeater in the next county's on, so they can't talk to each other. It's the same with D-Star. D-Star started with 1 network, 2 networks, 3 networks, 4 networks.
In the digital systems, there's a smart piece of software that's in there, and you can automatically route to another station. I use, in fact, D-Star. If I know a particular person I want to speak to, the D-Star system remembers where he's been inside the world at the last repeater, hit the button, and you can it automatically routes through the network and comes out at that last repeater where the guy was. And that is, in fact, one of the strengths of the D-Star system.
Providing they're on the same network.
Providing they're on the same network and other things, and a fair wind and everything else. But it does work, and it works. Well, in fact, what I'm saying, guys, do not be afraid of the fact of digital. You'll be shocked how nice it is. When in fact you've got that lovely display in front of you, displaying all of the information, and you've forgotten that person's name who you were talking to.
Another thing going down the digital route is all going to stop this keying up. If you key up.
Oh yeah, well, you keep yourself away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you get on FM, if people key up on about digital, comes up with their call sign.
So if it goes, if HP goes over to Fusion Digital, will that carry the actual data across on the repeater?
Yes.
The call sign, it will carry call signs over.
Yeah, it goes straight
There you
through.
go, so stop all the keying.
Yeah, yeah. It will make them very visible to key uppers.
Yeah. I'm coming to find you.
Okay, folks, so we've got to move along a bit. So, raffle. Let's do the raffle.
Next wife is Jean. Jean has agreed to draw the raffle for us. Make sure it's a number between 40 and 50.
I'll see what I'm...
Thank you very much. Okay, well before we just go, because we've got to be out of the room, so can I ask everybody to put their hands together and a great big thank you to Lynn and Rita for the film. And out of interest, the raffle was paid off for the room hire. Thank you.
And for the
Okay.